Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to the warriors inside each of you. The ones who are tired of being stuck, the ones who are ready to evolve. If you want to become unstoppable, not just successful, but truly unshakable, it doesn't start with luck or talent, it begins with habits. Greatness isn't built in a day, it is built daily, through tiny, often unseen choices that we make every single morning, every single night. These are the 5 daily habits that can change your life if you're brave enough to commit. You see, success is not about how fast you run, but how long you are willing to keep running. It's about building a rhythm so powerful that failure can't break it. These habits don't require perfection. They require persistence. Are you ready to step into a version of yourself that's unstoppable? Let's dive into the habits. Your morning is your foundation. If you want to be unstoppable, you cannot afford to begin your day in chaos, confusion, or negativity. The first few minutes after you wake up are some of the most powerful moments of your entire day. Why? Because your mind is most sensitive, most programmable, and most open during this time. If you allow stress, social media, or distractions to enter your mind first thing in the morning, you hand over your power before the day even begins. Instead, start intentionally. Open your eyes with gratitude, even if it's just for being alive. Then, before you reach for your phone, pause and center yourself. This can be through prayer, deep breathing, silent reflection, or even simply looking out the window and saying, "Today is mine." Winning begins in the mind. Successful people visualize their goals. Champions rehearse victories in their imagination before they achieve them in reality. You must condition your thoughts the same way. Say affirmations. Remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself of what you're working for. Speak your mission into existence. Train your mind every morning like a warrior sharpens his sword. Because once your mindset is strong, no external force can shake you. Problems may come, but you won't fold. Set your mindset to win mode every single morning and watch how your entire day begins to shift. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life, and how you treat it directly affects your energy, focus, and mindset. Movement isn't just about physical fitness or looking good. It's about activating your inner power. When you move your body every day, even in small ways, you awaken something deeper: discipline, self-respect, and momentum. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You need commitment. A 20-minute walk, a set of push-ups, yoga in your living room, dancing to your favorite music. These simple activities have the power to completely shift your state of being. Why? Because movement changes your emotions. When you feel stuck mentally, move physically. When you move, blood flows, oxygen rises, endorphins release, and suddenly the fog in your mind begins to clear. Daily movement trains your brain to take action, even when it doesn't feel like it. It breaks laziness, builds confidence, and strengthens your ability to push through resistance. The habit of moving daily teaches you that progress doesn't always come from motivation. It comes from motion. Some of your greatest breakthroughs won't happen in books or meetings. They'll happen on a morning run or during a hard workout, when your body is sweating but your mind is finally still and focused. When you train your body, you train your will. And when your will is strong, your goals become possible. Move with purpose. Move with consistency. Growth is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong commitment. If you truly want to become unstoppable, you must become a student of life. Every single day. Learning something new daily doesn't mean going back to school or reading for hours. It means making a conscious decision to sharpen your mind, even if it's just for 10 to 15 minutes. It could be reading a chapter of a book, watching a documentary, listening to a podcast while commuting, studying a new skill, or reflecting on a meaningful conversation. The goal isn't to become an expert overnight. The goal is to feed your brain consistently so your thinking evolves and your perspective deepens. In a world that is moving faster than ever, staying still mentally is the same as falling behind. Knowledge is no longer a luxury. It's a weapon. The people who learn faster, adapt faster, and apply faster are the ones who rise to the top. And the best part? We live in a time where knowledge is everywhere, on your phone, your computer, your bookshelf, but only the disciplined will take advantage of it. When you feed your mind, you increase your capacity. You don't just become smarter, you become more creative, more confident, and more prepared to make better decisions. Learning daily is also a reminder that you don't know everything. And that's a strength, not a weakness. It keeps you humble, curious, and hungry. Whether it's a new idea, a different perspective, a helpful strategy, or a life lesson, every new thing you learn is another tool in your arsenal. Over time, those small bits of knowledge stack up, creating wisdom, insight, and the mindset of a true leader. A dream that lives only in your mind is just a wish, vague, fragile, and easily forgotten. But the moment you write it down, it begins to take shape. It becomes real. Writing down your goals is one of the most powerful and underrated daily habits you can develop if you want to become truly unstoppable. When you put your goals on paper, not once but every single day, you are sending a message to your brain, this matters. You are programming your subconscious mind to stay focused on what truly counts, even when the world tries to distract you. Your brain begins to filter out the noise and lock in on the target. It's like tuning a radio. When you set the frequency, everything else fades into the background. Writing your goals also creates clarity. You stop being vague. You stop saying, I want to be successful or I want to be better, and you start saying exactly what you want. I will earn this amount by this date. I will improve my health by doing this. I will build this habit, reach this milestone, finish this project. Clear goals create clear results. But there's another layer, accountability. When you write your goals, you're making a commitment, not to the world, but to yourself. It's a promise that you see yourself as worthy of success, that you believe in your mission, and that you are willing to take ownership of your life. And here's the magic. When you revisit your goals daily, even if you don't take perfect action every time, you stay connected to your purpose. You don't drift. You don't lose months chasing things that don't matter. Your goals become a compass, guiding your actions, your energy, your choices. Writing your goals is not a one-time task. It's a daily ritual of alignment, intention, and belief. Because people who write their goals don't just dream, they execute. Discipline is the invisible force behind every unstoppable person. It's not motivation, not talent, not luck. It's discipline that builds legacies. Daily discipline is the habit of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Especially when you don't feel like doing it. Every great achievement in history, from athletes to entrepreneurs to leaders, wasn't created in a burst of energy. It was built brick by brick, through repeated effort, controlled focus, and a commitment to consistency. That's what discipline is, consistency over time. It's showing up when it's boring, when it's raining, when you're tired, when no one is clapping. That's where greatness is formed. Not in comfort, but in control. Practicing discipline daily isn't about being harsh with yourself. It's about building self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your belief in your own word. You tell your mind, I can trust me. That's how confidence is born. Not by results, but by action. Discipline creates identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries and start seeing yourself as someone who executes. Start small. It might be waking up when you said you would, drinking enough water, writing for 30 minutes, skipping junk food, making that uncomfortable call. It doesn't matter how big the task is. What matters is that you follow through. Each small act of discipline stacks up, reinforcing the mindset of someone who finishes what they start. And the best part, discipline is a skill, not a gift. You're not born with it, you build it day by day, choice by choice, and the more you practice it, the stronger it gets. Over time, it becomes automatic. You stop waiting for motivation, you stop making excuses, you simply do what's necessary, and that's what makes you unstoppable. Your environment shapes you far more than you realize. the people you talk to, the content you consume, the conversations you engage in, all of it programs your mindset. If you want to become unstoppable, you must guard your environment like your life depends on it, because it does. Positivity isn't just about feeling good, it's about fueling your drive. It's the emotional energy that keeps you moving when things get hard. But if you're surrounded by constant complaining, negativity, drama, or people who settle for mediocrity, that energy seeps into you. It slowly kills ambition. It clouds your clarity. It drags your standards down to match the crowd. That's why being intentional with your circle is non-negotiable. You need to ask yourself, who is pouring into me? Who is draining me? Who challenges me to grow? Who distracts me from my purpose? The truth is, your mindset will start to mirror the people you spend time with. Surround yourself with people who talk about ideas, not people. Choose company that sees potential, not problems. Find voices that lift you up, not pull you down. And it's not just people, it's the content you consume. Social media, TV shows, music, news, conversations. These things feed your subconscious mind. If you're constantly bombarded by fear, gossip, or negativity, don't be surprised if your thoughts become chaotic and your confidence shrinks. You become what you absorb. Positivity is also a habit. You can practice it. Start your day with uplifting content. Listen to motivational talks. Follow pages that inspire you. Journal about gratitude. Speak kind words to others and to yourself. When you shift your focus toward light, you start to carry it within you. And when you become a source of light, you not only empower yourself, you become a light for others. Creating a positive environment is not about avoiding pain or pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing to stand in strength, even when things are tough. It's about building a world around you that aligns with the person you're becoming, not the person you used to be. Your day doesn't truly end when the work stops. It ends when you pause and process it. If you want to grow, improve, and become unstoppable, you must learn the powerful habit of daily reflection. It's not just about looking back. It's about learning, adjusting, and becoming more self-aware every single night. Reflection is your private check-in. It's when you ask yourself the hard but important questions. Bar, what did I do well today? Bar, what did I waste time on? But where did I show strength? But where can I be better tomorrow? But in just 5 to 10 minutes, you can extract lessons from your life that no book or podcast can teach you, because they're based on your own experience. This habit builds self-awareness, and self-awareness is a superpower. Most people go through life on autopilot, repeating the same patterns, never questioning their habits, never asking why they feel stuck. But when you reflect daily, you break that cycle. You become conscious, and when you're conscious, you're in control. Reflection also brings gratitude into your routine. It reminds you that no matter how tough or average your days seemed, there's always something to be thankful for. Your health, your effort, your lessons, your loved ones. Gratitude softens the stress and renews your mindset. It helps you sleep lighter, live deeper, and wake up stronger. Don't overthink the process. Keep a notebook by your bed. Write down a few sentences or even just a few bullet points. Some nights you'll uncover powerful insights. Other nights you'll simply release the weight of the day. And that alone is healing. In a world full of noise and rush, reflection is your quiet space to reset. It's where growth becomes intentional. It's where mistakes turn into wisdom. It's where you reconnect with who you are and who you're becoming. Success isn't built in leaps. It's built in links, one by one, day after day, action after action. That's the essence of the powerful strategy known as never break the chain. This habit is simple in concept, but life-changing in execution. Once you start doing something consistently, whether it's working out, journaling, reading, meditating, or creating, you mark it on a calendar. Each day you complete the habit, you draw a line or an X. The goal? Keep the chain going, don't break it. What makes this practice so powerful is that it gives you visual proof of your discipline. Every mark on that calendar becomes a badge of your commitment, a record of your resilience. It's no longer about doing something sometimes. It becomes part of your identity. You become someone who shows up every day. In moments when motivation fades, and it will, this chain becomes your fuel. It becomes harder to skip a day when you see 5, 10 or 30 unbroken marks in a row. You won't want to lose that momentum. It shifts your mindset from perfection to consistency. You realize that progress doesn't come from huge, dramatic changes. It comes from showing up again and again, even when the results aren't immediate. This habit also helps break the all-or-nothing mentality that often kills progress. It teaches you that even a small action, reading 1 page, doing 5 push-ups, writing 1 paragraph, counts. The most important thing is that you did something. 1 small win each day is far more powerful than a big win once a week, followed by inconsistency. Over time, these small, consistent actions compound. They become habits, and those habits shape your destiny. Never break the chain transforms your effort into evidence, your routine into rhythm, and your daily grind into unstoppable momentum. Being unstoppable isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up even when it's hard. It's about pushing forward when no one's watching. These 5 habits: starting your day with the right mindset, moving your body, feeding your mind, writing your goals, and practicing daily discipline. They aren't just strategies, they're a way of life. Your future is not written in fate. It's written in your daily actions. Decide who you want to become. Commit to the process and refuse to quit. Because once you lock into your mission, once you build these habits into your identity, there is nothing and no one that can stop you. In a noisy world filled with constant distractions, silence has become rare. And yet, it's where your deepest power lives. Taking even 10 minutes a day to sit in stillness, without your phone, without music, without distractions, can bring clarity you won't find anywhere else. Silence is not emptiness. It's space. Space to think, to breathe, to listen to your inner voice. It allows you to reset, to hear your intuition, to reconnect with your values and long-term vision. The most unstoppable people are not just action takers, they are deep thinkers. They don't react impulsively, they respond intentionally. And silence gives them that power. Thinking is good, but overthinking is the enemy of action. Too often, people stay stuck because they wait for the perfect plan, the right time, or the guaranteed outcome. But here's the truth. Clarity comes from doing, not just thinking. Taking imperfect action moves you forward. It teaches you, it stretches you, it reveals what works and what doesn't. When you train yourself to act quickly, decisively, and with purpose, you begin to build confidence through experience. Over time, your brain learns that you're not someone who hesitates. You're someone who moves. And people who move, they win, they adapt, they become unstoppable. Every day, take a moment to see the person you're becoming, not just your goals, but your identity. Picture how you walk, how you talk, how you handle problems, how you lead, how you think. Visualization isn't fantasy. It's mental training. Olympians use it. Elite performers use it. Why? Because your brain doesn't fully distinguish between real experience and vividly imagined ones. When you repeatedly visualize your future self, your subconscious starts guiding your actions toward that version of you. You begin to make choices that align with who you want to be, and step by step, you become that person. The way you speak to yourself matters more than how anyone else speaks to you. You could have all the resources in the world, but if your inner voice is filled with doubt, criticism, and fear, you will sabotage your own success. Becoming unstoppable requires a strong, supportive inner dialogue. Start noticing the way you speak to yourself when you fail, when you're challenged, when you're tired. Replace "I can't" with "I will figure it out." Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I'm growing every day." You don't need to lie to yourself, just lead yourself. Your words are seeds. Plant power, not poison. In today's world, focus is a superpower. Most people are busy, but very few are focused. Being unstoppable doesn't mean doing everything. It means doing what matters most with intention and intensity. Train yourself to block distractions, use timers, set priorities, work in short focus bursts, say no more often. Turn off notifications. When you focus deeply, you complete more in an hour than most people do in a day. Your mind becomes sharper, your results compound, and your momentum skyrockets. Mastering focus isn't about doing more. It's about doing less better, and that is the essence of unstoppable energy. Let me know if you'd like a revised structure including all 13 key points, or if you want this formatted for a video script, presentation, or PDF. Progress is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet and subtle, but it's still progress. One of the most effective ways to stay motivated and consistent is to celebrate your small wins. Did you wake up on time? Did you stick to your workout? Did you write that one page? Answer that tough email. Acknowledge it. Why? Because your brain craves reward. When you celebrate even tiny steps forward, you reinforce the behavior and build momentum. You teach yourself to love the process, not just the outcome. Small wins build big confidence, and confidence fuels unstoppable energy. Routines are the foundation of freedom. While they may seem restrictive, strong routines actually remove decision fatigue, reduce stress, and free your mental energy for what truly matters. Morning routines, evening rituals, focus work blocks, regular breaks. These habits anchor your day. When life gets chaotic, routines are what keep you grounded. The most unstoppable people don't rely on feelings. They rely on systems. A strong routine becomes your autopilot when motivation runs low. It keeps you aligned with your purpose without needing to overthink or redecide every day. One of the greatest signs of personal power is knowing where to place your energy. There will always be things outside your control, other people's opinions, world events, obstacles, mistakes. But your focus, your attitude, your effort, those are yours. When you stop wasting energy trying to control the uncontrollable, you regain power over your own life. This mindset brings calm, confidence, and clarity. It helps you stay focused under pressure and bounce back from setbacks faster. The more you master this, the more unstoppable you become, because you're no longer thrown off course by things you can't control. You can't operate like a high performer if you treat your body like an afterthought. Food, water, sleep, and rest are not luxuries, they are fuel. Just like a race car needs premium gas, your mind and body need quality input to produce quality output. Eating clean, staying hydrated, and getting enough rest sharpens your focus, boosts your mood, and strengthens your resilience. Being unstoppable requires stamina, and stamina comes from smart, consistent self-care. Stop treating rest like weakness. Start treating health like a competitive advantage. Your energy is your engine. Protect it like gold. Unstoppable people aren't just strong. They're flexible. Life will throw curveballs. Plans will fall apart. Markets will shift. People will let you down. But the truly unstoppable don't panic. They pivot. They adapt without losing momentum. They remain calm under pressure and creative in chaos. Being adaptable doesn't mean having no direction. It means being clear about your destination, but flexible about the path. The ability to adjust without giving up is what separates those who quit from those who conquer. When you're adaptable, no obstacle is final. It's just another chance to reroute and keep moving forward. Let me know if you'd like all 18 habits compiled into a formatted document or video script, or if you want to keep expanding further. Sure, here's a complete package for your video titled Become Unstoppable. 18 daily habits with detailed description, reason to watch, timestamps, keywords, and hashtags.